if I finish with the road scene. I say I'm done with competition, I am finished with the road. The carnival show is on a different episode. It don't matter if I crowd or if it is me alone.
And that's a beautiful sight this morning of the Arangwares roundabout. It looks beautiful, eh? Look at how the traffic is moving. The place is looking very, very quiet. Yeah. It looks sleepy this morning. Yeah. That's a beautiful sight. I like how it's looking. Yeah. So if you all are out there getting ready to go to work, let me see what's the time. Yeah, you still have half an hour to get to work early. And yeah, we're showing you the tree now. That's all a part. That's all a part of the picture, everybody. All right, so we do have a very important gentleman. Yeah. I suspect in years to come, we may have an address from him where he will speak to you as fellow citizens. We don't know. We don't know, you know. Yeah. His Excellency, Sergeant Ancil Forde. Look at Mr. Forde. He doesn't know how to respond when I come with those introductions. You know, Mr. Forde, it's always good to see and speak with you.
Pleasant morning, Marlan. Pleasant morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Marlan, I take that introduction with blessings, you know.
You have to, you should.
Indeed. Everything positive about it.
When people approach you, you see, boy, Marlan is a Obia man. You see what happened now. He's a fellow citizen.
I remember the date and the time.
I call in Mr. Forde, then tell him I can't speak to him. I have matters of state to deal with. But Mr. Forde, thank you again for coming this morning, because I think that the work that you are doing here is very, very important work. And, last week, as I reflect on the message last week, I think that you gave us a lot of new and important information last week. And when you spoke, I'm thinking, the information that you're giving is that, it's the right information, but I think that we as citizens continue to do the wrong things. And thank you for guiding us along the right pathway. And in that context, I think that's where, again, this morning, the work that you all are doing, it's so very important.
Thank you very much, Marlan. And you and the public at large, you all are welcome. Right? We hope that the information brings a lot of value, and it helps persons to adjust where they need to make adjustment. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So we will continue to do our best, Marlan. On that note, Marlan,
yes.
We want to look at the issue of conflict resolution and delinquency, particularly as it relates to our children, our school children, and try to reach the parents and see if they agree or disagree with some of the things that we may discuss. Yes? Mm-hmm. So, Marlan, I will ask the question. Are children naturally delinquent? By birth, are they?
Not at all.
And I want to believe that everybody will agree with that. Yeah? So then, if it is they are not delinquent at birth, they are not delinquent at the infant stage, are they simply mischievous at the infant stage? And as they grow, if that mischievousness is not checked, does it now develop, or does it have the potential to develop into delinquent behaviors?
They learn conflict and they learn delinquency. You accept that?
I would agree that they learn conflict. And I want to add to that, not just conflict, but the wrong way of how to manage conflict. So, within recent times, last year, thereabout, the Trinidad Police Service initiated the schools-oriented policing program. And it was geared to help to correct, lend support to schools, to teachers, principals, in terms of how they treat with the behaviors or the behavior of school children that are unacceptable. Yes? And it has borne success. It has informed us that there is a significant degree of delinquency, right, among our young people, particularly our school children. Yes? So let's ask ourselves now, if it is that they are not by birth delinquent, could we, the parents, the guardians, could we correct what is currently before us, where children are exhibiting behaviors that we can describe as being disrespectful to persons in authority, being violent to persons in authority, equal violence to their schoolmates. And if it is that we can all agree that it could be corrected, we have to identify now at what stage and what has to be done in order to help our young people, school children who are exhibiting these types of behaviors, and to check the younger ones in time to ensure that they do not exhibit the behaviors that we are trying to deal with now. So the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, through, I want to say, different outlets, our police youth clubs, the school-oriented policing program, Community Conflict Resolution Center. This is a partnership with Officium Training Limited, our school liaison officers, and our community police officers. We are trying to support schools, teachers, principals, parents, children, by way of us having, I want to say, meetings with them, lectures, discussions, role-playing, to identify to them that conflict can be managed in other ways or alternative ways other than by resorting to violence. Anger management is a very important key in managing conflict. Emotional intelligence, how you are able to understand the other person's feeling towards a situation, how you are able to manage your response to that situation. Emotional intelligence. Yes? Mediation, how you can arrive at a point of understanding where there is compromise and there is acceptance. Yes? How to de-escalate or to deactivate situations. What we generally see on that note is that you have a bandwagon of children who tend to help escalate and activate these behaviors that are unwanted and unacceptable. Yeah? So by way of our initiatives, whilst it is we target the school and so on, we still need now a lot more support from within the home, we still need parents. So whilst it is that we are targeting the schools, we are also engaging in similar sessions with parents to help them to understand their role and at what stage it has to kick in order to curb what we can describe as delinquency and poor conflict management skills among our young people, our school children. Yeah? So, the parent, guardian, whilst it is we are, I want to say, quite aware of the challenges that you may face as an individual, the lack thereof that exists within the home, and how tough it may be in terms of you, that person in charge of the household, and actually doing everything that you have to do. And at the same time, ensure that your children are well disciplined, that they respect authority, and that they are ready to learn and apply themselves towards becoming meaningful individuals in society. So we know that you have it tough. But notwithstanding that you have it tough, we have to drill the point home to you, the parent, the guardian, that your role in checking behaviors of your, I want to say, infant at the right time, so that they understand what I can do from what I cannot do, and that level of respect that I have to have for my parent, my neighbor, and as I go further, my teacher.
Yeah.
My,
Forde, I have 1 minute.
Sure. My classmates. Yeah? So, you the parent, you the guardian, there are several, I want to say, support systems that are available to you if it is that you believe that you do not have proper control of the situation. And I would take this opportunity just to highlight a couple of these services and contact numbers. So you can contact the police service via our traditional 999 line, 911, 800 tips, 555. External to the police service, you have a child line, 800-4321. Families in Action, 622-6952. I made mention of our Community Conflict Resolution Center, and I must speak in relation to one of our youth clubs, St. Joseph Police Youth Club, Corporal Sasha Goddard and her conflict resolution team. They can be contacted at 396-8322. Children's Authority Hotline 996 or 800-0214. The Trinidad Police Service Victim and Witness Support Unit 612-2470, extension 13557. Whilst I can go on, I know time is not permitting, Marlan, but these services are there for you to, I want to say, access, to get the necessary support, to help you where you think you are deficient, understanding your role as the parent or the guardian in this particular situation as we try to manage the issue of delinquency and poor conflict management skills. So Marlan, thanks very much.
Yeah, Mr. Forde, always good to see and speak with you, and thank you very much for the information that you have given us this morning. We do appreciate it.
Most welcome.
All right, everybody, so we are going to a very short break. Yeah, we do have this for you. El Socorro. All right, everybody, we're coming back.